Right when I went to transition, my cat jumped up on the table and now she is in front of me. I swear to God, cat. I love this cat, but please, please, I am trying to stream here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Core. Congratulations on being first. Also, welcome in, 2K. I have a cat who refuses to leave me alone, which, you know, honestly, is a nice problem to have. I wouldn't have it any other way. She really wants to go outside. From where she is perched right now, she can see outside. There's a bird outside, perched on the fence. Cat's also really wanting my dinner, which consists of microwaved chicken. Obviously, Cat, who is used to eating wild animals, really wants some. I'm not giving her any. Congratulations, 2K, on being frisked. Today's tea, lemon ginger for now. In any case, Cat, can you please sit on me or do something other than stand right where I need to be? Today's stream's gonna be a long one. We are going to be finishing the Zhaohui event. I have a feeling if I keep saying that name enough, the cat's just gonna leave. Until then, I guess while we're here, I can do the streamer meta and simply yap for a little bit before actually getting into the game. Since we're gonna be here a while, and cat cam. Cat cam, if I just pet you annoyingly, will you move? Maybe. Maybe so, maybe not. At least move into the camera so the people can see you. Come on. On days I'm not streaming, I take her out immediately, which probably has conditioned her to think that when I get home she goes outside, which is a mistake on my part, honestly. Cat, that is... Okay. Come on. Come on. Hey. Cat, please. Please, I swear. I love this cat, so check it out. If I do this, there we go. Hey. There we go. Good cat. Such a good cat. I love her so much. I'm trying to stream here, please. If I just leave you there...
I had my glasses stolen the other day. But it's okay, I'll find the person and get them back. I have my contacts.
God damn it, Core. I didn't see that one coming. Because the cat's standing in front of where I'm trying... She's standing in front of chat. I cannot see where I put the Twitch chat on the window. Her head is quite literally covering my line of sight. So that blindsided me. So thanks, cat. I got the good thing I made a TTS. Thanks. Yes, otherwise I'd have missed it. And she's gone. So now we can move on to the game. Where's my game? There's my game. Very cool. We get the Zhaohui event. And... Oh, there is cat hair all over the table. Oh my god. Give me a moment. There is cat hair covering everything. Holy shit. My cat just did a drive-by. I can't believe she's done this. What the hell? I mean, it's probably because I was profusely petting her and therefore making her shed, but damn. And now you lurk while you shovel spaghetti in your face? Knowing the spaghetti will one day be warmed by the microwave, it fills you with the determination to go gambling! Let's go gambling! We do a little gambling. I swear to God, if I get it first try this stream. Okay, we didn't get it first try this stream. But we may get it this stream. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Maybe I shouldn't eat while dang-iting. At least we have our base weapon. This is actually good. This is good. If all else fails, I have this. And another one of the greatest handguns ever made. Aw, dang it. Very cool. Double purple? What does this even do? If target is eliminated, damage dealt is increased by 5% up to 2 stat. Ooh, that's really good. The more you kill, the stronger it gets. Okay. What about this? The crit damage against targets is increased 10%. So technically, her regular weapon could get more damage than this. But if I get multiple of these, that's just better. But that's not happening. But it's okay. Let's go ahead and continue the story. We left off at a lore node. We get to read. Hope you like reading because we're gonna do it. Although there's a slight tension between I can't believe you've done this. Although there's a slight tension between Zhaohui and Diane and Zhang Yu, it doesn't affect the assignment, and the show preparations are proceeding apace. The stage is finally completed.
Very dangerous.
Fucking hell. Welcome in, Tadden. The stage is finally completed by our 4th day in the settlement. The troupe decides to conduct an internal test show that night. Oh boy, we get a sneak preview. Not unlike how I sometimes give my friends a sneak preview of what I'm cooking. Mainly for behind the scenes, I trust you not to share this with anyone, and you're not too involved with my community, so you can get an unbiased second opinion sort of dealio. I am once again eating during stream when I probably should save it for the gameplay element. But don't worry about it. The music stops, replaced by the enthusiastic applause from the audience. One by one, the cast members take their bows, and the director waves excitedly to the audience from the stage. And that's a wrap! A big thank you to everyone for making this test show of Daybreak's Oath a great success! Yay! We missed the show, damn it. Following the director's announcement, the cast members gather excitedly into a group hug. As the lead actress, Ida is naturally in the center of the group. Ida, you were amazing! I didn't expect the changed finale to be so moving! Thank you everyone! But I couldn't have done it without you! Be it the script revisions or later in the performance and the joint rehearsals, I'm so grateful to have your support! Literally me. Ida bows deeply from where she's standing in the middle of the crowd. The director comes over and pats her on the shoulder. Come on, Ida, no need to be modest. We all know just how hard you've worked to make this tour a success. I'm sure Ferris' parents would understand your feelings if they were here. We sent out the invitations long ago, but I guess they won't be coming. Otherwise, they wouldn't. Ida sighs quietly and drops the subject. Then she instantly wipes her dejection away like it had never existed and smiles as she grabs Zhaohui and Zhang Yu's hands. That's right! Director, I learned lots of interesting things recently while talking to Monsoon Squad. For instance, Zhang Yu's kung fu moves look really cool on stage. I was thinking that maybe we could work them into our next production. Wow, really? Yep. I still remember that super cool flying kick you showed me. It'd be perfect for a fight scene. Also, just as Ida begins to act out a move with Zhang Yu in tow, a dark shadow falls from the sky. Look out! Uh-oh. Zhaohui pulls Ida away just like as a glass bottle filled with paint hits the spot where Ida was standing just a moment ago. The paint inside it splashes out as the glass shatters into fragments, blooming a lurid, savage flower. Before Ida can react, a second and third bottle sail into the campsite.
Very dangerous.
That is very dangerous. Interspersed with a hail of stones and leaving streaks of paint all over the stage. Hey, someone's causing trouble! Diane, protect the cast and the commander! Zhang Yu, with me! Zhaohui's voice remained on the wind as she leapt out of the campsite, landing behind a nearby wall. With lightning speed, Zhaohui subdues a suspicious man hiding behind the wall without giving him any time to respond. On her end, Zhang Yu has also grabbed someone outside the campsite. Both of them drag the men to the center of the campsite. Despite being pinned down, they're still struggling and cursing. Who the hell are you? Let me go! Yeah, you're just a crappy group of actors. What right do you have to grab me? Get it through your thick skull. Stop going around doing shows and get lost now before you mess up more people's families. Huh? Shameless and harbor criminals. That lead actress Ida or whatever is a murderer. That makes the rest of you guys accomplices too. Truly, that's how it works. Oh, busted. Shut up. Zhaohui knocks the ranting man out with a knife hand strike. After seeing how his friend was KO'd, the other man shrinks away in terror. However, when he sees how Ida is not trying to stop the sand, in fact lowers her head in dejection, he starts cursing again. the bugle of abuse grows louder. Zhaohui scowls and takes out her knife before pressing it to the man's neck with a cold look in her eyes. Hey, let's talk this out. No need to get serious, is what they all say once they're actually threatened. Alright then, talk. Why are you attacking the troop? We were hired! Our client only gave us money and told us to make trouble and mess up the show! It's always the people with money behind the scenes ruining everything for everyone. Okay. And what's all this about a murderer? I don't either. The client just told us to say that. Yes, they've got a grudge with your leading lady. He said she... Before he can finish, Zhaohui knocks him out as well. God damn it, Zhaohui! He was just about to spill the beans. Okay. She glances at Jiang Yu and Diane, indicating that they should drag the two unconscious men away. Then she looks at me, who is standing aside in the distance. I instantly get Zhaohui's meaning and enter the crowd before giving the director a meaningful look. Miss Ida looks like she needs some rest. Let's end the rehearsal here tonight. Everyone should turn in early. We'll clean up the rest. After seeing the director nod, the rest of the cast and crew obligingly disperse. Soon, the only people left in the once bustling campsite are the director, Ida, and the dolls. Zhaohui helps Ida take a seat and then squeezes her hand. Ida, can you tell us what happened before this? No. Ida's head still lowered. She remains gloomy and silent. She is a murderer! And she was killing it on stage! After seeing the state Ida's in, the director shakes her head and sighs. Maybe I should do it. I'm not wrong. My guess is that the clients who hired those people to attack the theater were the parents of Ida's former friend, Ferris. Former friend? Called Ferris? Yes, Ferris was a good friend of Ida's and an outstanding young actress. The truth is, she was supposed to be the female lead for Daybreak's Oath. Back then, Ida and Ferris joined the auditions for the part where they made it through both of them. Ferris was the female lead, and Ida was the second female lead. Ferris and I both love to act. Still remember the day we met each other. Ida, who had been silent all this time, slowly lifts her head. She looks at the stage, but it seems more like she's gazing into the depths of her past. That day, I joined an impromptu dance competition. I was a rookie back then and nobody paid any attention to me. By the time the competition ended, a girl ran over all of a sudden and praised me for doing a good job. She even pointed out all the little details in my act. We ended up talking for a long time. She told me her name was Ferris and that she wanted to become a pro actor, just like me. Ida smiles as she recalls her past with Ferris. After that, we became good friends. At that time, all we had were bit parts, but no matter what roles or scripts we were given, we would always rehearse them together so we could critique and further refine our act. Actor, I hardly knew her. Over time, we slowly became able to play supporting roles, and then we both made it through the auditions for Daybreak's Oath and began practicing in the Yellow Zone together, looking for cultural inspiration together, going on tour together. I hardly know her. Those days were really happy, but... Ida stops speaking, as though she thought of something, and her smile turns bitter. 2 years ago, when Ferris and I were in the contamination zones together, we were attacked by the Varyagers. The PMC assigned to protect us was taken out by the Varyagers. And Ferris, too. Uh-oh. I passed out back then and was mistaken for dead, but a passing bounty hunter saved me. Everyone in the troupe was heartbroken over Ferris. We had lost a great actress and a good friend. After that, everyone in the troupe was grieving for her. The lead actress role for Daybreak's Oath sat vacant for a long time. Later on, I remember that Ida and Ferris had acted opposite each other and had her try out for the position. She did well, so we decided to permanently assign it to her. When I eat fiber balls, but... Okay. That is certainly one of the comments ever left. But I didn't expect that my decision would lead to a misunderstanding by Ferris' parents. They thought that Ida had gotten Ferris killed in order to become the lead actress. Not try to contact Ferris' parents? Oh, we tried many times, but Ferris' parents thought the troupe was in on it with Ida and kept refusing to talk to us. Very mature, like any parents. Ida also tried looking for those Varyagers, but they never been easy to find, and the situation was very chaotic back then. With all that time gone by, we couldn't find any evidence at all. And that's how the misunderstanding lasted all the way until now. Notice how it's people who think they're right and refuse to listen. Many such cases. Yes. The truth is, Ida's been working hard to try to erase that misunderstanding. During this tour, Ida convinced me to change the script and its ending as a memorial to Ferris. Frankly speaking, we weren't too happy about the change at first, but Ida went all over to gather inspiration and built up experience as a scriptwriter before consulting me about it many times. And in the end, the altered script began to take shape. After we finished rewriting the script, we began preparing for our tour. Right after we finalized the show's schedule, Ida sent an invitation to Ferris' parents. And you know how that went. Everyone present goes silent as they look at the glass shards and red paint scattered everywhere. Wow. Ida, is there anything we can do to help? Stay alert and protect future shows. That's right. Since they've rejected Ida's goodwill, they definitely won't give up easily. Sounds like it's time to give them some bad will. Ida smiles bitterly and bows to everyone again. Sorry for causing you trouble. Ensuring the show takes place successfully is part of the request. You don't have to blame yourself for this, Miss Ida. Zhaohui helps Ida up, and Zhang Yu comes over to help support her by the shoulders. Yup. Nothing's gonna happen to the troupe with us around. I'll be counting on you all in the future then. It's getting late, and I also need to take care of troop business. Oh yes, about those two attackers, leave them to us. Ah, Miss Zhaohui! Could you go easy on them? After all, it was because of me that... Relax, we know our limits. Several minutes later, the two hired attackers receive a stern talking to from Zhang Yu and slink off, vanishing into the night. Motherfucker, this is how the cycle of violence keeps going. This is a common critique of Batman, how he ties up villains and then just lets them go after telling them don't do that anymore. They're gonna keep fucking doing it anymore. This is also what happened to all the bullies that harassed me in school. The most the teachers would ever do would be like, we can't prove you did it, so based on allegations, just stop doing it, I guess. And clearly that was about as effective as putting up a couple grains of sand as a sandbag to stop a raging flood. But you know what? That was so many years ago. I'm sure the problems have gotten much worse, and the best part, it's none of my fucking business. As I watch them fade away, I can't help but ponder the situation. Ponder? I hardly know her. So they were hired then. Hired? I hardly know her. No, if they were like the people who tried to ambush Ida earlier, they're probably related to the Varjägers too. Where the two men can flee into the darkness, I call out to Groza. Groza, follow them and see where they're headed. She is the Night Queen after all. She can master of stealth. Let's do some gameplay. Probably after story, but or before. Oh, story. Bang! Bang! Ba-bang bang! Out in the wilds, a petite doll is racing through a herd of elids. She places shot after shot with deadly precision, driving away the elids that are swarming her. Oh my god, it's CZ75! I was not expecting CZ75 to make her appearance this soon. Holy shit. We got, ladies and gentlemen, we got her. The elid corpses ringing her are piled high like gruesome sandbags. Her gun is starting to heat up, but Faye shows no sign of stopping. Instead, she begins counting the bodies on the ground. Let the bodies hit the floor. 7, 8, 9, 14. Girl, that's not how you count. You missed a couple numbers. It's okay, maybe your neural cloud's malfunctioning. I like you anyways. Still not enough. Again! So, spoiler alert, like actual spoiler alert, her lore is that even though she's a very caring person, her neural module that regulates emotions is all messed up, and she can really only express anger. So she is quite literally, she keeps herself going by the power of sheer anger alone. Faye scowls, then leaps up the slope of the elid pile. Another elid lunges at her as her gun is moving between targets. Wow, like, this is just Unlimited Blade Works all over again. Spoilers for Unlimited Blade Works, by the way. Even though that story is like well over a decade old. Faye whirls and throws her tomahawk, which cleaves deeply into the creature's throat. Yeet! Is that her way of saying yeet? Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? Okay. Another body hits the floor. The impact shatters the collapsed crystals in the corpse, and the fragments land at Faye's feet. Faye quickly bends down to pick up the chunks, wipes off the icky stuff on them, and shoves them into her pockets. Oh, she's grinding. Okay. That's what you get for trying to ambush me. Soon, the gathered Elids have all been dealt with. Faye picks up the last collapsed crystal piece and pats her bulging pockets. Are those collapsed pieces in your pockets, or are you just happy to see me? That should be enough, right? I ought to be able to make a present with these. Or is it? According to the art of human interaction, presenting a gift after meeting an old friend following a long separation is a sign of your sincerity. Aw, Detroit's trying to become human. Does this mean I should collect more crystals? I still have enough time to kill before more of these Elids. Plus, the pieces will get worn down in the processing. It'll be bad if I don't have enough. And so, her murderous rampage continues. Faye looks up and gazes into the distance. A wisp of smoke curls into the air. There's another Elid pack up ahead. She mounts up on her motorbike and roars over to the source of the smoke. However, as she approaches the smoke, Faye gradually realizes something's wrong. Wait, those aren't Elids. The source of the smoke lies just over 100 meters away. It isn't being created by the Elids. Rather, it comes from weirdly modified Varjager vehicles. They seem to have found something. Several converted junkers are pouring fire on a small hill. The Varjagers again! Did they spread all the way over here? Faye ups the output of her visual modules and tries to see who the Varjager's target is. However, she can only make out several indistinct shapes amidst the roiling clouds of dust. Could it be stranded travelers? Or residents from a nearby settlement? Who cares? Those Varjagers are all assholes anyway. I'll just shoot and ask questions later. Faye revs her motorbike and she wants a motorbike! Sorry, reflex. Ray revs her motorbike and rides into the heart of the dust cloud. Hey! Over here! And so, more tomahawk violence. Right. Does anyone else have Zhaohui in their roster? Or is it just 2K? We got 2K. 2K's getting more gold today. Very cool. Alright, that works for me. 1 speed, and make sure that we're not skipping any animations. Let's rock and roll. So, really long week. Off-Kai's next week, though. Oh my god, Off-Kai's next week. I am actually not even ready. I'm gonna try to spend all this time to prepare myself for Off-Kai. But my itinerary for the weekend is also pretty busy. Tomorrow I got my race commentary. And then after that, I'm making a trip to the Home Depot. I'm gonna see what I can do about taking a portable speaker and blasting the Home Depot theme as I walk the aisles, trying to figure out what I need. The reality is, last karaoke night, the light in my room burnt out. And thanks to daylight savings time, I haven't need to use that light, except for when I stay up late. Unfortunately, that's like every weekend. So I'm gonna need to replace the light bulb in my room. Now, I could just go super lazy and take the light bulb out the back room and swap it with the light bulb in this room, so I'm just gonna have a burnout light bulb. But nah, I'm gonna see how many Nest 1228s it takes to replace a light bulb. In any case, as I noticed that social energy really fucking drains me, honestly. This whole week I've been training the new hire on how to do the process, and we finally got to a good stopping point in the project where I got to hand it off to my boss, who wasn't really here this week. But I'll continue that after the break, or rather after the cutscene. To Faye's surprise, the people surrounded on the hill are actually pretty good fighters and work well with Faye. Huh. I'm still miffed that the light bulb above me broke up with me on Valentine's Day. What the fuck? What's that even supposed to mean? Soon, the Varjager's convoy of modified vehicles is driven off. Faye brings her motorbike to a halt and runs up the hill, waving to the people behind the smoke and dust. You guys alright? We're good. Thanks for your help just now. That surprise attack of yours was most impressive. You're welcome. You guys are pretty good too. That is the most sincere she'll ever be, or rather she's capable of, thanks to her neural modules, but it is fine. Are you bounty hunters? I thought you were local As the people she's addressing emerge from the smoke, Faye's words catch in her throat. You guys? Motherfuck. Ladies and gentlemen, the gang's all here. Okay. Yo, Faye, surprised to see us? See, Commander? I told you it was Faye! There's no way I would mistake anyone who lugs an axe around with her all day long for anyone else! It's been a while, CZ75. I mean, Miss Faye. Yes, long time no see, Z75. Faye. I'll see Z75 myself out. I smile and walk up to this doll I haven't met in a long time. 10 years have passed and she's changed her outfit, but her brilliant red hair still burns like a fire, and the spirited look in her eyes hasn't changed a bit. Was looking forward to meeting you again from the moment Diane told me she had contacted you. I thought we'd meet at the campsite, but I didn't expect to run into you here. We consider it fate that our reunion took the form of fighting side by side. Faye seems to want to say something, but she spaces out after hearing me speak. Her mouth hangs half open, and her face turns red as she struggles to find the right words to say. Commander, nice to see you again. Oh my god, she's trying! Oh my god, I love this. This is nice. I got a gift for when we meet again. I mean, well, when I was planning to get a gift for you, but I haven't managed to get it yet. I got the funds ready, but Saying so, Faye reaches into her pockets and then she freezes up. Faye exclaims in shock as she looks down at her pockets. Unable to believe her eyes, she feels around inside. Her pockets, which has been stuffed to the brim just a short while ago, were grazed by bullets during the firefight just now. All the collapsed crystals she worked so hard to collect have been scattered everywhere, leaving only a few pieces sparkling forlornly in her hand. Oh, this is the tragedy of the Girls Frontline cinematic universe. Anything good that happens is counteracted by tragedy immediately. It's like clockwork. This is fine. How could this? My collapsed crystals! Faye? Faye clenches her fists in frustration, then grabs her head. Looks like she's struggling to keep control of her emotions. After a while, she looks up with a bitter expression on her face. I'm sorry, Commander! It looks like your gift will have to wait. Cheer up! So you dropped all those collapsed crystals you collected, so what? Just pick them up again. I'll show you. Virgo, go to bed! Welcome in, Virgo! We're doing lore, and we're gonna be here a while, so if you can't sleep, I got you, fam. She can't sleep. I got you, fam. Welcome in. Hope you like angry girls with axes, and chipper Chinese girls who are as energetic as I am. Because that's what we got. What's important is that you meet the commander again, not some present. Yeah, seeing you here is what matters to me. I pat Faye's shoulder and try to console her. Faye seemed on edge ever since we met. She hasn't said much, and what little she says comes out as a nervous stuttering. What happened to her? I remember she was rather hot-tempered in Griffin, but not like this. Maybe I should ask her about it later when I get the chance. And he never got to ask about it later, because this is not Faye's event, this is Zhaohui's event. Thank you, Commander. I'm happy to be able to see you again, too. That's right. What are you doing here, Commander? Commander? I hardly know her! A long story. You know about the troop, right? Someone caused trouble here last night, and Groza followed them to another Varyager camp. Jiangyu and I came over to help check it out, but not long after we met up, those guys went out for a walk. I see. And after this, you're going to... We'll be heading back to the campsite first. Groza's got a good picture of the situation here. I believe your teammates are looking forward to meeting you, too. The band's all back together! Once we return to the settlement, Jiangyu practically flies into the troop campsite. Fix this! Zhaohui! Zhaohui! Look who I found! Upon hearing Jiangyu's voice, Diane looks up from where she's working by the stage. Hey! Diane approaches with quick steps, enfolding Faye and Jiangyu in a hug. Zhaohui walks out of a nearby tent. having heard the commotion. Hey, what are you doing here? Zhaohui reflexively glances at me, and I raise my hands defensively. It really wasn't me this time. I only just ran into CZ's nuts. Faye. Zhaohui then turns to Faye, who walks over and punches Zhaohui's shoulder. Damn. Diane gave me the location. What the hell? So you can go off by yourself and nobody's allowed to follow? Previously happy mood in the air suddenly freezes over. Diane sighs before walking over to the pair, taking a green-colored arm in one hand and a red-colored one in the other. There, don't get mad. We should be happy that Monsoon's been reunited after so long. Yeah, that's right! Faye came over to help us out! In fact, she helped us beat up a bunch of Vargers just now! Don't be so stiff, shall we? Yes, Faye's skills were amazing. Also, do you have anything to say to Monsoon Assembled? Alright. Zhaohui presses a spot between her brows in resignation. I was hoping that this brief period of independent action would be enough to spur you ladies into calmly considering our future. Clearly, that plan has failed. That just means it was the wrong thing to do! It's better to be frank and speak up rather than have us all stew in our rooms by ourselves being miserable! Isn't that right, Big Sis Faye? For once, I agree with Jiang Yu. Yes, I agree that face-to-face discussion is the best form of communication for Monsoon. Much like when you play a song, one must be on the scene to properly judge the audience's reaction. Zhaohui! While this was a private commission, you're still part of Monsoon. Will you allow us to help you in this commission for the next few days? Your business is Monsoon's business. Yeah! We'll help you out if Mida gives you another job next time! After seeing the sincerity in her teammates' expressions, the coldness on Zhaohui's face seemed to have faded. Zhaohui looks them in the eye and nods. Alright. We got the band back together. The boys are back in town! The boys are back in town! Bow, ba-da-now. And you know what that means? No, it's not fish this time. We get to go gambling! We continue to gamble! We are gambling until we get it! And before we lose the 75-25. That would be absolutely saddening, but understandable given yesterday's luck. It's okay, we didn't
Very
get it.
dangerous.
We didn't get it. It's not too dangerous. Aw, dang it. 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 Where the fuck is my purple? Fuck yeah! Aw, dang it. Okay, so we already got a dupe of the not super weapon. However, I want this! I want the Juggernaut, bitch! Okay. Let us proceed with the story. Level 6. Released from the shackles. The wind is inclined to stay at your side. I really like how poetic these can get. Okay. Several days later, inside the troop campsite. Monsoon Squadron Groza intensified patrols outside the campsite for the following days. Despite the little upset during the test show, the attack we feared never came again, and the troop enjoyed a rare few days of peace. It's a relief that the troop has been otherwise unmolested, but I'm hard-pressed to find a rationale for the Varjager's actions. The word choice in this game is phenomenal. Could it be that the link between the Varjagers and the attackers from that night was purely a coincidence? Was it truly just two layabouts with nothing better to do accepting a job from the underground? No. Perhaps I need to investigate further. There must have been something behind the scenes that I missed. Once afternoon rehearsals for the troop are over, I seek out Zhaohui! As she listens to my intentions for coming here, she puts down the prop she's checking and looks at me in puzzlement. So you intend to investigate the Varjagers outside the camp? Right now? Yes, right now. You can tell something's wrong too, right? I turn out to look outside the campsite. While things seem peaceful enough in the campsite, the settlement outside is nowhere as warm and welcoming as it was when we first came. In fact, it feels somewhat deserted. Our audience is gone. That's right. The troupe advertised this show heavily, so there ought to be more people here. However, it seems the Varjager activity nearby has forced people who were planning to watch the play to abandon their plans. Commander, do you think the change in the Varjager's actions is linked to how we stopped the attack on the camp that day? I can't be sure, but we both know the Varjagers are mixed up in this. And besides, the Varjagers have been a scourge in the surrounding region, yet this settlement and the troop have been completely untouched. It doesn't make sense. I don't think it's because we revealed ourselves, and I don't think anyone would actually pay to invite those starving wolves here. Therefore, I need to head out there on foot to figure out what's going on. Since it's very likely that Ida's involved, I'll need the help of Monsoon Squad too. Understood. I can accompany you, Commander. I hardly know her. Ooh, me too, me too! I haven't gone out investigating with you in a long time, Commander! I hardly know her. Zhang Yu has appeared from seemingly nowhere and inserted herself between Zhaohui and I, followed closely by Diane and Faye, who turns up in front of me. Damn it! If this were a drinking game, I need to take a shot for mispronouncing Zhaohui's name. It's okay, I went back and fixed it. Why didn't you just tell us you needed help, Commander? I hardly know her. Yeah! Zhaohui would have monopolized the scouting mission with the Commander! I hardly know her, if I hadn't secretly followed you! As I see the looks of anticipation in their eyes, I can't help but chuckle, but eventually I harden my heart and shake my head. The Varjagers are still roaming around there, so we need to leave someone behind to protect the campsite. Zhaohui and Zhang Yu will follow me. Diane and Faye will stay behind and protect the campsite. Woohoo! Understood. Faye and I will mind the campsite, but please be careful, Commander. I hardly know her. As our jeep drives deeper into the wilderness, there's still no trace of the Varjagers. I haven't seen this CG since Chapter 1. Zhang Yu stares out the backseat window for a long time, but she can't find anything. Bored, she begins tapping out a rhythm on the vehicle's frame. Zhang Yu, find your volume. Okay. Fine, I'll stop now. After being reminded by Zhaohui, Zhang Yu sticks her tongue out and grumbles under her breath. These Varjagers are such a pain! There's no sign of them anywhere! It's just a waste of your time, Commander! I hardly know her! Can't believe we're spending our precious time on these Varjagers! I'm so mad! After complaining, Zhang Yu drapes herself over the back of my seat. Still, I'm glad I got to go out with you again on a mission, Commander! I hardly know her! It sure feels just like those old days! In fact, I can't help but wonder how nice it would be if the troop could just keep performing. Then, Big Sis, Faye, and I could just ignore that crappy agreement and stay with you forever. Right, Commander? I hardly know her. The agreement? Actually, Callan sent me a secret transmission about a month ago when I was assisting 404 regarding new changes in the agreement. Motherfucker, they alter the details of our agreement. Pray they don't alter it further. Well, quite a few dolls have already returned to the Elmo through chance encounters. I was planning to maintain the status quo for a while longer to avoid the Elmo becoming a target once again. But after seeing the gloomy ness and delight on Zhang Yu's face and thinking about the pendant Diane cherished so dearly, I had it hard to keep quiet. Perhaps I can't answer for the world, but at the very least, I can give them an answer. Answer, I hardly know her. Commander? I hardly know her? Actually, you can do that right now. You don't have to worry about that agreement anymore. Zhang Yu's jaw drops and her eyes go wide. I sigh and then smile as gently as I can. This last month, the Non-Military Forces Administration secretly lifted the part of the agreement's restrictions for various reasons. That said, it was done in secret, so I didn't tell everyone because I didn't want to alarm certain people. Also, I'm just a penniless bounty hunter right now, so all I can do is wander the land doing jobs to make ends meet. It's a hard life. I don't care if you're wandering or not! I'm as happy as long as I'm with you, Commander! I hardly know her. It won't ever be a hardship for me. You see, this is the kind of devotion that you can only get from a non-human. Just saying. I'm sure Big Sis and Faye feel the same way too. Oh yeah, we'll go back and tell them the good news. I'm sure they'll be really happy if they knew they could follow you again. Really now? I chuckled and turned to look at Zhaohui. However, I realized that she's staring intently through the windshield, her face grim. Commander, Varjager sighted ahead. Also, I hardly know her. Well, there's the Varjagers, standing close to suspiciously marked red barrels. I wonder what the plan is. That was an adorable noise! Do it again! Damn it, she didn't do it again. Problem resolved! Zhaohui! Catch up quick! We can wrap things up and share the good news with our sisters sooner! I hardly know her! Don't rush. Take care of the enemies first. Alright, more gameplay. So the other night, I caught myself thinking of trying some other game modes in this game. And then I realized, wait a minute, I would rather do these on stream. Lo and behold, I'm planning on making this part of my regularly streamed content. So, if you don't like Girls Frontline 2, then I guess too bad. Many such cases of streamers streaming games you don't care about, but you watch them anyways because they're loud and funny. Or quiet and funny, or even quiet and not funny. That is a thing. I follow many streamers that are quiet and not very funny, and I really like them. You don't have to be loud and funny. You don't even have to be cute and funny. I had to throw that in there. Okay. So while I was at work today, during my really quick bathroom break when I can actually sit down and do things, I watched Gun Jesus' video on the weapon that Zhaohui uses. It's a Chinese submachine gun. I think it's the CLSL06. It's CL/something 06. You could look it up. It is a pretty unique weapon. Imagine if we have the PP Bison at home, basically. The helical mag goes on the top. It's a bold design decision, but it looks really cool. With a helical mag on the top, that leaves room for an integrated pistol grip on the bottom. You can see that reflected in her weapon design right now. So it's a pretty. See, you just saw it right there. Thanks to Zhaohui and Zhang Yu's combined attack, the ambushing Varjägers are soon driven off. We wipe out the remaining enemies along the way, but don't see anyone else around us. In order to verify the Varjägers' tracks, we even pursue them all the way to the Varjäger camp we found earlier. However, the brightly lit campsite from last night is now completely deserted, as though these bandits were tipped off and vanished without a trace after shifting their area of activity. What's going on? Hee, maybe they got scared by how we've been spanking them over the past 3 days and ran off! The Varjägers are too dumb for that. Hey Ness, for no particular reason, I need 5 non-duplicate numbers ranging 1 through 70, and then another separate singular number ranging 1 through 25. Alright, listen up. 2, 7, 13, 29, 37. A separate singular number ranging 1 through 25? I'm gonna pick 23. Yes, those were all prime numbers. There's your numbers. I hope you enjoyed your numbers. The numbers, Mason, what do they need? No. Judging by the state of the camp, this was an organized withdrawal. And lotto numbers grab. Oh, shit. Core, listen. We're having an intervention. Mathematically speaking, the lottery is a scam. Do not trust my divine intervention for this. You're going to fucking lose. I understand this is definitely a Gamble Core stream where we do not stop gambling. However, we're pulling T-dolls with this one, not actual lottery numbers. What are you doing, Core? I can't believe you've done this. I have been played like a damn fiddle. But you know what? Man spending money how he deems fit. Do I have a right to complain? According to the United States Constitution First Amendment, you're damn right I have a right to complain. It's my constitutional right as an American citizen. Let's get back to video game. So we've missed them again. Let's head over to the other camp Groza found. I know it's a scam, but it's money I can afford to lose, and you can't win if you don't play. If it does win something substantial, you get a kickback. Kickback? Why don't I kick it double back and you keep the money? If anything, the viewer metrics are the kickback. You win. See, I'm already winning. I'm winning right now. I can't stop winning, and I'm not even playing the lottery. So the real joke is on you. We soon arrive at the other camp. However, the situation there is the same as before. Hey, where'd everyone go? When I came here with Grozem, the commander, I hardly know her, just a few days ago, there were Varyagers patrolling around the area. That logic gave me a stroke. Yo, Stroke, this man plays golf. I hope you get under par. Imagine if I win the jackpot and you get a few thousand. I would buy the Airsoft WA2K with that few thousand, actually. I'd find a vendor and pay whatever money. Just kidding, I'd put that few thousand towards paying off my loans. Just kidding, who the fuck am I kidding? I would buy the WA2K, then I would put the rest of the money towards the loan payments. Honestly though, if you win a few thousand, why don't you use that few thousand to pay off your loans first? Simple as. It's your money and you need it now. Indeed, if they packed up and left there in a few days, where'd they go? I lean against the window and rub my forehead as I feel a headache coming on. It's me, I'm the headache. Is there really nothing wrong with those Varyagers? There's something strange in the neighborhood, and we don't get enough reception out here despite these cell towers called the Ghostbuster. Oh, it's because this tower's busted. Okay. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid. If we're going that route, I revealed a joke at lunch to my coworkers today. I said, one of my favorite two-liners jokes is when you just take two quotes and put them together. The first quote is, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. The second quote is, why are you so quiet all the time? In the past, exterminating Varyagers was not a difficult task. However, they seem to have become more cunning over the past 6 months. Their behavior we saw during this request reflects that. They've made multiple temporary bases. They actively send out people to take underground market requests, and they can even conduct organized group withdrawals. A vague feeling that there's something wrong about all this churns in my mind. It's Sanguis Ferry! Even though they were formally disbanded, they're behind this! They have to be behind this! We need to destroy every Sanguis Ferry in Ben. It's almost as though someone's directing these crude bandits from the shadows. Fortunately, I have no clues or proof regarding them at the moment, but it's gotta be Sanguis Ferry! They're the only villains that come to mind, because they're the only Girls Frontline villains that I know. Anywhoosies, now that I've scarfed plenty of spaghetti, I'ma dive back into D's. Ah, don't be so down, Commander! I hardly know her! Since they're gone, the troop and the settlement will be safe! You should be happy, Commander! I hardly know her! It's Good Friday, yes, but it seems the bounty that Commander will receive for investigating the Varyagers is going to be much smaller than expected. You don't hold back at all, do you? Ah, you're right! I'm sorry, Commander! I hardly know her, and I didn't think of that. Still, there's no need to worry! Now that the agreement's been loosened, Monsoon will help you out with your missions as long as we get to stay at the Elmo. In short, you won't have to worry about starving with us around. Nice. If that's so, I'm looking forward to that. Hey, me too! There's all sorts of fun on the Elmo, and lots of old friends. Well, not just the guys from Griffin, but lots of new friends too. We'll be able to make new friends too, right? Yes. Yu tightens her grip on the steering wheel, and her eyes sparkle as she fantasizes about what the future holds. Zhaohui says nothing, only listening quietly. Man, I want to head back to the campsite right now and see the look on Big Sis's and Faye's faces when I tell them the agreement's been loosened up. Hold tight, Commander. I'm putting the pedal to the metal. I hardly know her. Yu mutters about the agreement to herself as she speeds all the way back. Soon, the jeep lurches to a halt. We're at the campsite. Commander! I hardly know her! Yu eagerly dismounts and runs up to the nearby Diane and Faye. The flurry of wild gesticulation that follows tells me, even without hearing her words, that she's informing them about the agreement. I genuinely cannot wait for a Yu's event story. I don't know what it entails, but given how she presents herself, I have a feeling that she may become wife tier. By the way, somewhere in my Discord, I posted where my GFL2 wife tier list is at. And you may have to dig for it, but it exists. Sure enough, Diane and Faye run up to me a moment later. Commander, is what Yu said really true? Is the agreement annulled? I nod. Strictly speaking, it was because the terms had been loosened that, after the previous assistance to 404 concluded, you were allowed to stay on the Elmo. So if you don't mind following me on my wanderings, you can come back to the Elmo and stay with me permanently after this contract is finished. That's wonderful. I've been looking forward to the day when I could officially join the Elmo. The day when I can return to your side for good, Commander. I hardly know her. Diane strokes the pendant on her waist, on her wrist. We can't even see it. Me too. I'll follow you anywhere, Commander. Even if I hardly know her. Doesn't matter where you go. Monsoon Squad was always about traveling after all. But you're not even in the game. You were just introduced. Alright. Since you're willing, I have no reason to refuse you. However, it seems your leader still hasn't chimed in yet. I look towards Zhaohui! She's been keeping her distance ever since she got down from the vehicle. Jiangyu and the others all looked expectantly towards her, expecting Zhaohui to respond with a smile. Diane's expression is colored further with mild concern and worry. I understand this feeling, kind of, how a bunch of friends are hyping about one of their friends and I don't know them. So I get really aloof in those kinds of cases. I feel it. On a personal level. As expected, Zhaohui simply toys with the knife she's holding, her expression as cool and even as ever. We haven't reached the deadline for this suggestion yet, so my answer is the same as before. So you want me to join the Elmo? I'll need to consider it, but I will not stop you. What's there to consider? The commander's super reliable, you know? Even if I hardly know her. You don't need to overthink this, Zhaohui! You know, I've always been waiting for this to happen. The air turns chilly. Diane steps forward and carefully ventures a question. I've never asked before, but is there some reason that you're reluctant to join us, Zhaohui? Zhaohui doesn't answer. She simply continues rubbing the handle of her knife. Upon seeing Zhaohui's reaction, I sigh inside. I probably won't be able to get the answer out of her today. After patting the others on the shoulder, I chuckle quietly. Well, if she needs to think about it, then we don't have to press her for an answer today. The troupe will be performing for a while. You can always decide once the contract is done. Contractor? I hardly know her. Oh my god, Tololo! I finished Tololo's lore last night. When I say lore, I mean the first 4 instances of her dorm Bond cutscenes. And honestly, if I could, you know what? I'm gonna yap about Tololo for a bit. So Tololo, she's a very aloof character who is obsessed with the stars and space, cosmos, astrology, all that stuff. Something I can relate to as well, because I also take a liking to that kind of stuff. But at SakuraCon this year, Tadadu and I went to a panel called Autism in Anime, where the panelists discussed characters that exhibited traits that resembled those that are common in people on the autism spectrum. The purpose was not to identify characters who are autistic, but rather explore how in various media, including but not limited to anime, but mainly anime, there are characters that exhibit these relatable traits to people on the spectrum. And honestly, I never realized it until that panel, but I'm all like, wait a minute, he's right. And now I'm like hyper aware of it. And reading Tololo's story last night, that was like full autismo mode. And I already liked her, and now I really, really, really like her. She's quickly become she was already one of my favorites, but even more one of my favorites before. Because I remember her from Girls Frontline 1, AK Alpha, as part of the AK troop. As a weapon platform, I was never a really big fan of the AK platform, while I can understand how objectively fantastic it is, because you have essentially the affordable be-all end-all platform that can take all the abuse you need it and it still works and is super awesome, practically speaking. But me, being the petty dumbass that I am, I'm just not a fan of the aesthetic. Until Tololo came along. Apparently AK Alpha is a really rare assault rifle, and I don't know much about it. Maybe I could watch Gun Jesus' video about the AK Alpha. In any case, this anecdote and tangent served multiple purpose. One, it let me sneakily transition the game to let's go gambling! And we're really close to a Bezos break. So this helped burn some stream time to help align the Bezos break to when it better aligns on the timer. Because whenever I take the 3-minute break, it completely resets the timer, and we still have a couple minutes left to burn. And these minutes are spent gambling and failing Okay, that's actually pretty decent. I need to max out Groza's weapon, even though I already have her other ultimate thing that is decent. Aw, dang it. 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 Okay, that's fine, I guess. That's fine. So, when we get back, we will continue the story, but until then, it's Bezos break time. So, it's below the stream, but for those who don't know, the Bezos break, 3 minutes of ads kills ads for everybody. So I take the pirate software approach and just simply pause stream activity during that. So you're not missing any content. This is just to keep the ads away so anyone coming in won't get bombarded by those annoying ass ads. It also gives me a chance to eat and brew some more tea. So I will let you take that opportunity as well to get up, stretch, fix your posture, get some water and hydrate because it's important. Maybe brew some tea, get yourself a snack, or do literally anything except watch the ads. Don't watch the ads. They're coming. Don't watch them. You don't want to watch them. You're letting the corpo win if you do. You don't want to do that. Trust me. Don't do it. This is your last chance. Go. Go. It's starting. We're back! Let's continue the story. Level 7. The curtain rises. The show begins after a grand opening. The show begins? The show's been going! The week-long schedule of the shows is slowly winding down. During this time, the Varjagers are still active in the wilderness, but they don't harass the troop again. The attack Ida feared does not take place, and the troop's performance receives glowing reviews. On the night before the final performance, the troop's campsite is brightly lit, and the members of the troop are gathered in the heart of the campsite, nervously preparing for their last show. When daybreak comes, I shall go with... Ida, mind your blocking. Sorry about that. Let's do it over. When daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind, onward to a kingdom on the faraway clouds. Ida, your delivery just now was too stiff. I'm sorry, After the second reminder, Ida stumbles a little as she gets to her feet. Even the most clueless actor would be able to tell that right now, she's not in the right state of mind for a rehearsal. The director sighs and pats Ida on her shoulder. Relax. If you're not feeling well, then go rest up a little. We'll go over the other portions first. Thank you. Ida nods to the director in gratitude and slinks away from the stage. Director? I hardly know her. Zhaohui rises from her seat in the audience and silently follows her. Miss Ida, when humans are bothered by something, do they feel better when they talk to the holes in trees? What? So if there's something bothering you, why not try telling me about it? Very direct and straightforward. That is not the way. If nothing else, my color scheme is about 70% similar to a tree hole. I figured... She's doing her best. Oh my god. I love this game so much. Okay. If nothing else, my color scheme is about 70% similar to a tree hole. I figure I ought to be able to provide 70% of the functionality of what... I fucking can't! God damn! Okay! Ida freezes up, then carefully looks Zhaohui up and down before bursting into laughter. See, that's what I thought! Miss Zhaohui! Is this how you always comfort your friends? Not always, but right now it seems to be working. Thank you. I do feel a little better now. Upon seeing that the sadness in Ida's eyes has abated a little, Zhaohui walks over to Ida's side. Are you feeling anxious about tomorrow's show? Yes. I believe Farrah's parents won't give up that easily. Miss Ida, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but as an actor, your sole duty is to deliver your performance. Ensuring that the show is safe is Monsoon Squad's duty. Oh yeah, you're not alone. You have friends that are capable. Got it. Thank you, Miss Zhaohui! I'm sorry for subjecting you to that terrible performance just now. No matter what happens tomorrow, I'll perk myself up and properly prepare for it. Ida smiles and nods to Zhaohui, then turns to head back to the stage. Zhaohui watches Ida leave, noting the extra spring in her step, and then she returns to the audience seats. After the rehearsal, in the corner of the camp. Having confirmed that her various tasks and preparations are complete, Zhaohui is about to head back to rest when she suddenly feels a weight on her shoulder. Oh! Ambush successful! Big sis, Faye, come quick! Having managed to grab Zhaohui's shoulder, Zhagyu excitedly waves the others over. Soon, Diane and Faye have arrived, flanking Zhaohui! Faced with their ambush, Zhaohui raises her hands in resignation. I don't recall a pre-show celebration on the cards. No, it's not really a celebration. We just have a few questions for you. Faye rubs her head, and her expression turns serious. That is to say, what do you think of the commander? Even if you hardly know her. Yeah, we were all in a rush when we came to help the commander out, so you probably didn't have much of a chance to talk to him. But now, it's just us Monsoon Squad and the commander. Plus, you've been with him for so long already. Surely you must have made up your mind about him by now, right? The last show is tomorrow. Zhaohui! No matter what you're planning to do, won't you sit down and talk things through with us before making your final decision? Yeah! I hate how you just up and left the Elmo without saying anything! I'm sorry. I was planning to make my decision after the commission was complete and I could discuss things with the commander. I didn't think that I would cause so much trouble for everyone. Aw, who says you're troubling us? Zhaohui! You're always so decisive and whatever most of the time. Why are you all hesitant now? We've known each other for so long, but you're too shy to say it. Inside, we both know what's been going on. You know the game, and we're gonna play it. I hate this. Zhaohui, you can tell us directly if you have any doubts or questions about the Elmo. After all, Monsoon's been through a lot over the past years, and we've faced it all together, haven't we? Yeah! In the past, you were always the one to come up with a plan when we ran into trouble. Now you've got trouble, so you should tell us about it. We're a team, after all. Thank you. I'll be Frank then. I will change my name from Zhaohui to Frank. It is true. I have some reservations about joining the Elmo. However, they are not related to the Elmo or Monsoon, but rather my past. Zhaohui looks down at the scars on her hand. A moment later, she looks at Diane. I want my choice to be meaningful, so... Sorry, but I can't give an answer right now. Diane steps forward and gently grasps Zhaohui's hand. It's alright, Zhaohui. We didn't approach you tonight to ask you to do anything. We just wanted to tell you that you have always been a great leader for all these years. Yeah! You might have had it out for me, but you're actually pretty trustworthy as a squad leader. Monsoon might not even be here if it wasn't for your ideas. Yes, I agree. I wouldn't follow orders from just anyone. So we truly hope that we can continue traveling with you. I hope so too. And I will seriously consider the matter of our future. After noting that Monsoon Squad is almost done talking, I head over and knock lightly on a nearby tentpole. Alright, sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to talk about the campsite's defensive posture for tomorrow. What do you have in mind, Commander? I hardly know her. I believe the Varyagris have not given up on the big fish that this troop represents. Those two attacks on Ida weren't coincidence, really probes. Zhaohui nods in agreement. Yes, they were using them to determine how well the troop was protected. Indeed. While the mental image of disciplined Varyagris might sound strange, if they were really planning on making a big haul, they would probably hold back until the tour was over and the troop's temporary guards were gone. I don't want anything to happen to the troop after we leave. Rather than leave those Varyagris free to threaten others, rather look for a chance to put an end to the matter once and for all. Was this why you kept sending Miss Grotha out after the Varyagris over the past few days? And here I thought you were going to mind your own business. Come on, it's not like those bounty hunters only have collapse pieces on the mind. And besides, I also wanna... Uh-oh! A series of gunshots and explosions outside the campsite interrupts my words and shatters the silence of the night. Run! It's the Varyagris! The Varyagris are here! So they came after all. Ladies, prepare for a fight. I guess we fight? Varyagar attack! Ah! Easy game. Faye was assigned to clear the audience out. Let's eliminate the remaining enemies. Okay. Okay. Very cool. So in preparation for Offkai, I do have plans and things to bring. And I do have a suitcase to bring them in. Just the matter of packing the suitcase feels like it's not going to be a struggle per se. I just need to do it. I did it last year. I can do it this year. The issue with me, and I'm sure someone, at least someone out there can relate to this. Anyone with chronic major depression will know that even simple things feel like really big undertakings. For example, changing a light bulb. Unironically, that's a big undertaking for me tomorrow. I'm gonna unscrew the light bulb, take it with me to Home Depot, get a replacement, come back and screw it in. And I can't really talk about this with my family because they make fun of me for it. And this is one of the reasons I don't talk to my family. It's because they make fun of me for how I feel. So I'm all like, fuck you guys. No. I just keep to myself, really. And yeah, that's it. Worst case scenario, I fuck it up beyond relief, and I'll have to find another lighting solution for my room. Which I'm sure I can do, actually. There are several wall outlets that I could plug lamps into. I just will have to forego the light switch. Speaking of switch, we're done. The Varyagers who attacked the settlement are swiftly beaten back by Monsoon Squad and Groza's combined efforts. However, the campsite was caught in the crossfire, and much of the intricate backdrops on the stage is destroyed. Anything even remotely valuable in the backstage area has vanished. Shit. The campsite is in uproar. The troop manager is frantically shuttling between the stage, the admin tent, and the costume racks, totaling up the losses while Monsoon Squad and I help her out. Just then, an actor runs over. Actor? I hardly know her. Manager! It's bad! Ida's gone! Ha! Tell me, be clear about it, what happened? The cast was doing a head count just now and we couldn't find Ida! After that, someone mentioned that they think they saw several Varyagers going after Ida when the campsite was being attacked! And also, someone was guiding the Varyagers. I think it was the people who came to cause trouble for us earlier. Wait a minute. Are you saying the troublemakers from earlier were the inside men for the Varyagers that Farrah's parents hired the Varyagers to attack the troop? Who would have thought that letting them go would cause more trouble? Pretends to be surprised. No, I don't think so. When you consider how Farrah died, there's no way her family would hire the Varyagers. The underground markets are chaotic and hard to manage. It's more likely that the commission to cause trouble here was coincidentally taken by the Varyagers. The Varyagers needed an inside man. That's right. This tour was heavily publicized. The Varyagers probably had their eye on the troop for some time now. The commission put out by a Ferris family gave them the perfect excuse to sneak around the campsite without arousing our suspicion. Would the Varyagers actually do that? Don't they only know how to wave their guns around? That would normally be the case. It seems like the Varyagers have grown a brain over the past few months. Missions involving them have gotten harder and harder to complete as a result. While they're still fairly amateurish in actual combat, their ability to strategize does seem to have evolved a little. Damn it! Then what should we do now? A sudden ringtone from a comm terminal interrupts the manager's words. The manager frowns and picks up. We instantly hear a girl scream from the other side of the connection. It lasts only a second and the girl's voice cuts off, replaced by a short, tempered voice. Heard that? Your lead actress is in my hands. Bring her ransom by tomorrow. Warning you now, don't try any fancy shit with me or the chick dies. Oh no. The call cuts off and the campsite instantly goes silent. But soon, a cacophony of voices erupts from all around, and panic swallows the entire troop. That was Ida's voice. The Varyagers kidnapped Ida. Director, manager, what do we do? Can we really trust the Varyagers? What if... Amidst the clamor, the theater manager walks over to me, a look of utter helplessness in her eyes, and tightly squeezes my hand. Please! Please save Ida! We'll try to get the ransom together, but we can't let anything happen to Ida again! Alright, calm down. No matter what. Before I can finish, Zhaohui has already walked up to us. Commander, allow me to handle the rescue. I've seen enough kidnappings to last me a lifetime. Those scum only know how to bully the weak and torment others. I don't know how people live in the contamination zones. Stepping in when I see injustice being done is how I live. And now that I've seen it happen, there's no way I can turn a blind eye to it. I know that, but please wait a moment. Zhaohui's eyes narrow as I stop her. Don't get me wrong, Zhaohui! Calm down and listen to me. I massage the space between my eyes as I take in her guarded attitude and suspicions. Look like she's really misunderstood me. Then I shake my head and look her in the eye. Zhaohui! I feel the same as you. There's no way I would simply stand aside after seeing something like this. That has nothing to do with being a bounty hunter. That said, stopping you comes from my experience as a bounty hunter. I believe there's a better solution to this matter. Oh, alcohol. Alcohol's the solution. Yeah! So while we get the solution, let's get some gambling! Wrong banner. There we go. I almost rolled for her again. Let's go gambling! Gamble. Gamble, gamble. Damn it! It's fine. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. We got 3 of them! Oh, baby, a triple! Aw, yeah! It happened again. The same exact double team of her weapon and then the curve. Okay. That's fine. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. You know what? That's pretty good. It's a CS 06. There we go. That's the name of the gun. Like, actual name of the gun. I think because it's a Chinese gun and this is a Chinese game, they're like, fuck it. Yeah, we could just include the gun name. It is time to proceed with more story. The sparks of revenge. But it can't bring her back. Oh my god, that's a fucking Mother 3 joke. Revenge won't bring Hinawa back. God damn it. Alright, here we go. Inside a darkened corner of a Varjager warehouse, I secretly slip a razor-thin blade out from between my layers of clothing. I remember the calm look on Zhaohui's face as she slipped it into my sleeve. I carried this blade with me all this time just for situations like this, when I'm trapped among the enemy. Since you're willing to take the risk, Commander, I'll give you this blade. The blade is sharp, so be careful not to cut your fingers when you retrieve it. I feel for the blade and take advantage of the fact that there's nobody here to cut the ropes binding me. Was getting caught all part of your plan? Soon, the ropes fall apart behind me. I work my shoulders to free myself. As I tuck the little razor blade back into my thick sleeve, it nicks my fingertip and coolness oozes from the point of contact. Ow! Ah, really is sharp. I ignore the pain in my finger and fish out the microcommunicator in my collar before calling Zhaohui! There's hardly any delay before the call goes through. The plan was successful. I'm inside the Varjager's warehouse. So your definition of success is pretending to be defeated and captured so they can throw you into their warehouse while trussed up like a turkey? Yes. Hey, it beats mindlessly charging in. This place seems lightly guarded, and their rope work is sloppy. Looks like these Varjagers aren't very experienced. Oh yeah, your knife was really useful too. As long as you're safe. Have you found Ida yet? Yep, Ida's in another corner. I think she's fainted. I'll go wake her up now. Wait for my signal. How are you and Jiangyu? Ready to move in on your signal, Commander. I hardly know her. Alright. I hang up and quietly approach the corner where Ida's lying. Ida's face is pale as she lies on the cold ground. Her hands are tied behind her, and her tired body's curled up into a ball. I bend down and start cutting her bonds. I pat her shoulder before calling her name. Ida! Ida! Wake up! After a while of this, Ida weakly opens her eyes. Upon seeing me, she grabs hold of my sleeve. Eyes go wide and filled with tears. Please help me! It's them! Zhaohui! Diane and Jiangyu hide behind a pile of rocks, keeping a watchful eye on the nearby Varjager encampment. Sounds of merriment and occasional laugh come from within. Seems they're celebrating their recent victory. Jiangyu pouts in annoyance as she crouches by the rock pile, bored out of her mind. I'm so bored! Why hasn't the commander given the signal yet? Be patient. Weren't you about to butt heads with the commander yesterday? Why are you willing to listen to him all of a sudden? That was then, this is now. Zhaohui's eyes do not leave the Varjager campsite, even as she delivers her flat reply. Oh, I get it now! You've realized how trustworthy the commander is, haven't you? Zhaohui remains silent, but then a command suddenly comes over the comm channel. Zhaohui, go! Acknowledged. And we go. Hey, we actually get to go. Let's go. Very cool. We go. We've infiltrated the camp and are poised to initiate an attack. What's the situation over there with the boss? Everything's currently going smoothly. Let's begin as planned. Understood. Zhang Diane, initiate the attack. Double star. Oh, baby, a triple. Let's go. Very cool. Storming the compound. Honestly, the way they're releasing dolls, I don't know who's gonna be next, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm invested. They got me. I am definitely classifying myself as a Girls Frontline 2 gamer. I hardly know her. I was talking to my friend who also plays this game, and he said, I told him I intend on getting every doll. And he said, that is not a wise financial decision. And I said, no, it's not. But I'm fucking doing it. Here's the thing though. There's a big difference between getting the doll and getting her to a very powerful state. The point of the duplicate system is that doll dupes are always significantly power than just their base form. Luckily for me, I only care about the base form. If the extra dupes are good, for example, Suomi's V1 and Wawa's V1, their dupes are fucking cracked and make a significant difference to how they play, then yes, I will go for a dupe. I will not go for more than one outside of reruns. This is the Gamble Core budget. I refuse to let myself become a whale because I've already spent too much money whaling on other hobbies. After sending the transmission to Zhaohui, I instruct Ida to hide in the corner. Ensure Ida is well hidden and take cover behind a nearby heap of junk. My gun ready in case we're attacked from outside. Soon, gunshots fill the air inside the warehouse. The gunfire draws closer. Someone kicks the main door and a familiar form rushes in. Commander, Ida! We're here! Zhaohui swiftly rushes over to our side, then nods to us. Danyu and Diane are covering us outside. Come with me. There's a side path we can use to leave the encampment. No, we can't leave now. At least not like this. And what's the reason for that? I took a commission from Ida. Zhaohui raises an eyebrow. Time is tight. I'll cut to the chase. Just now, Ida told me she recognizes these Varyagers. Yes, I did. Miss Zhaohui! I've seen them before! Ida's eyes suddenly fill with anger as she tightens her grip on Zhaohui's arm. Her voice is trembling. Last night, when I was brought here, I saw their leader. The Varyager's leader! Their leader he was wearing a necklace. I remember. That necklace was a birthday gift from her family. Paris cherished it dearly, and she'd wear it everywhere. That's why I'm certain of it. He was the one who led the Varyagers that attacked me in Paris. Correct. And so, Ida made a request to me. She wants me to wipe out these Varyagers to avenge Ferris. I accepted. We're going scorched earth with this one, boys! And now, Zhaohui, you have a choice. Are you willing to join me in clearing this nest of Varyagers? Of course, it's going to be more dangerous than just escorting Ida out of here. For the first time, there's an almost imperceptible smile on Zhaohui's face. It would be my pleasure. I'm in! She's in! Ladies and gentlemen, she's in. And as much as I'd like to break to gamble, we'll go gambling afterwards, because this is just the boss. This is just a regular enemy. The storm has ended. The awaited future lies straight ahead. The Oath at Dawn. Okay, this is a really cool portrait. I like this style. This is the classic iPhone commercial style line stuff. Fill tool, very cool. Fill tool, Phil Swift. All right, he's got a big hammer. Oh, so it's your old scrap metal causing havoc in my camp? Go, everyone get in there. Knock this guy's head off for me. Oh, you knock your head off. Knock it off. Zhaohui! Keep a tight watch on them and don't let even one of these scrubs escape. Ah, understood. All right, let me solo her. Just kidding. We're going in guns blazing. Very cool. Go, wife. I'm trying to remember my experiences with Girls Frontline 1. It's been so long since I've played it. I can't remember when. I think I put Girls Frontline 1 down when the power levels required to complete the events were getting out of hand, and it started to become pay to win, kind of. Which was, you know what? It was really, really late game. And while I don't exactly know the details of how the rest of the lore panned out, I do know two things. One, after noticing that the story segments in the story cutscenes were getting increasingly long, I actually looked up the character and word count for each of the stories and events in Girls Frontline 1, and they were impressively long. They were genuine, like, light novels worth. You could fit them into a full-sized book. That's how long they got. And it took a lot of time to read all of that story. These stories that we have now, they're not too long. They're comfortably long. The stories in Girls Frontline 1, they started out pretty short, but then the events got longer and longer until, before you realized it, you were reading a full-length novel, unironically. And while the lore was absolutely fantastic, it was a lot. And for a mobile game that you could only play on mobile unless you emulated it, it was too much for me, honestly. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna break my only rule and I'm gonna start skipping some of the story. I later went back and got the cliff notes on what a lot happened, and while I don't have a very clear image of a lot of the details, for example, what happened between the UMP sisters and UMP 40, I'm filling in the gaps as they come. Zhaohui and I coordinate with each other and corner the Varyeger's leader. What should we do now? There are no police stations in the containment zones. You do it the bounty hunter way. Either you hold your peace forever, or you leave no regrets behind. But when it comes to scum like that, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I spared him. That was quick. A single gunshot fills the air, and the bulky man wearing a necklace slumps against the wall. Contract closed. I recover the necklace from the man and indicate to Zhaohui that we should leave. Zhaohui seems a little pleased with herself right now. Let's go. I turn and head out of the encampment. It's time we return this to Ida. 2 days after the Varyegers were eliminated. Natalia Troop's campsite is abuzz with activity. Tonight, Daybreak's Oath will be performed in this settlement for the last time. Night is just falling, and the temporary seating is packed with audience members who have come here from nearby settlements. As the show progresses, the sounds of applause or sniffling come from the seats. When the final scene arrives, all eyes are on the girl on the center stage who is illuminated by the spotlights. I'm sorry, my very best friend. Please forgive me for bidding you farewell. For last night, I received word from the Goddess of Dawn. She told me that when daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind, onward to a kingdom on the faraway clouds. But, my dear beloved friend, do not be saddened by this parting. For you know that it has always been my wish to become that faint ray of light that illuminates the dark night. As she recites her lines, a twinkle of light blossoms in her hand. He holds up this radiant mote and descends from the stage unto the audience seats, until finally she arrives before a man and woman. And so, from now on, as long as you see the sky at dawn, remember that ray of daybreak, and know that I wish you well. Let this necklace be a proof of our pact. No matter where you may be, so long as you need it, it shall become as the daybreak and defend you. And with that, Ida gently lifts her hand and deposits Ferris' necklace into the couple's hands. Then, Ida bows deeply to the two of them. I am so sorry. Zhaohui! And I watch the end of the show from an unobtrusive corner of the audience. After seeing Ida finally embrace Ferris' parents, even Zhaohui's cool expression seems to have softened a little. Her parents actually ending, don't you think? It is good that the misunderstanding could be resolved, and it was also good that you were willing to testify about the evil deeds of the Varyagers. Otherwise, Farah's parents would have been found the tale hard to believe. So, does that mean our misunderstanding has also been resolved? Can you tell me about your reluctance to join us? No, I don't think I will. The end. Zhaohui is silent for a while, and then she nods. Before joining Monsoon Squad, I was used to traveling alone and dealing with any dangers I encountered by myself. But after becoming part of Monsoon Squad, Diane, Zhang Yu, and Fei became my friends. We traveled together with the same wish in our hearts, just like Ida and Ferris. I once thought Monsoon would keep traveling like this forever. While everyone kept talking about finding their commander, they were still limited by that agreement. I believed that the day when they would do so was still far off. Thus, I did not think much about what would happen once the agreement ended, or what I would do. So when I realized that there was really a chance for them to go with the Elmo, I hesitated. If everyone else in the band chose to return to the Elmo, then what about me? Zhaohui pauses for a moment. She runs her fingers over her knife, and then looks at me. The members of Monsoon often told me about you and your shared past. So before I make my decision, I would like to know, what made you walk this path of self-exile? To my knowledge, you were not compelled to become a wandering bounty hunter. Oh, me? I look up at the sky. Too many scenes from the past flash before my eyes. What exactly was it that made me choose my present course? I think of the flames from that explosion, that one-sided farewell. In order to give all of that some sort of meaning, I finally chose to sign the agreement, much as I loathed its terms and the fact that I had done so. As my emotions fly into disarray, I shake my head, my gaze settles on the nearby stage. Perhaps it was for these people, Ferris, Ida, and the audience members watching the play, just like you. Perhaps I could have chosen a better paying way of life, but if I had, I would always be taking and carrying out orders. By boarding the Elmo, perhaps I could follow my heart and help the people who needed saving. But then again, maybe I just did it for myself. Oh, I'm sorry. Cannot answer your question. I still haven't accomplished anything yet. Is that what you wanted to hear? Zhaohui! Zhaohui remains silent, and the night shrouds that poker face of hers. She looks down at the scars on her hand. There is a vague sense of confusion in her eyes. Once, I simply did as I was told, never questioning the righteousness of my actions or the lack thereof. After that, I learned that I could choose for myself. And so, you chose Monsoon. Not just Monsoon. When I joined Monsoon, I also chose the future that I wanted. So, what kind of future will you choose now? Zhaohui looks up. He stares into my eyes, and the confusion from before is now gone. Commander, I am not like Diane and the others. I have not experienced the days of fighting by your side in Griffin. That is why I cannot immediately decide to board the Elmo and follow you. But of course, I would like all dolls who join the Elmo to do so of their own free will. However, this commission has allowed me to get the measure of your character, and since my friends in Monsoon Squad trust you completely, I think I can try to trust you too, Commander, because I hardly know her. In the past, I chose to travel with Monsoon Squad. Now, I think I can choose the future of traveling with the Elmo. Surely a journey with you should be a pretty good one, am I wrong? And with that, Zhaohui watches me quietly. Well, in terms of doing good and stopping evil, it ought to be pretty good. Upon hearing my answer, Zhaohui smiles that barely visible smile again. And from now on, the tactical doll Zhaohui shall join the Elmo. Here's to jolly cooperation, Commander. There's that line again. Jolly cooperation! It is late at night, and the bustling crowds have receded. The actors have cleared away their costumes and props and are now taking a break, leaving the campsite silent at last. Just as I'm about to return to my tent, I hear a familiar and gentle voice from behind me. Commander, do you have a moment? Diane, what are you doing here? Is something the matter? I came to return you this. Diane smiles as she approaches me, and she extends a hand to me, revealing the intricate pendant in her palm. The thunderbolt-shaped symbol of the pendant gleams in the night. Ah, my thoughts returned to a time several years ago. It was before I officially reunited with Diane. A certain request had led to the Elmo traveling near the Green Zone. There, I received Diane's signal, a blue ribbon brought back by Groza after she returned from a mission in a satellite city. Without news, without a message, we were separated by just a purification zone. These were the limitations imposed by the agreement, and also a sign of Diane's care and concern. At Groza's suggestion, I had her pass Diane the pendant. This was the keepsake that you had Miss Groza give me. You'll remember the words she told me that day. Bathed in lightning and rain, waiting silently amidst the storm, blue-white flash shall one day be seen. That is the origin of the name Elmo, and also the promise you made with me. Is it not, Commander? I hardly know her. I carried this pendant with me during our time apart. It got me through the countless lonely days when I thought my thoughts of you were of you, and gave me the strength to keep moving forward. Thanks to its existence, I always believed that one day I would be reunited with you, Commander. I hardly know her. You're right. The rain and the storm have passed. Welcome back to the Elmo, Diane. I look toward Diane, but just as I'm about to retrieve the pendant, she suddenly pulls her hand back. She holds it in her palm, looking tenderly upon it, as though she were caressing it with her gaze. Commander, the truth is, I have a request to make of you. Though we are now reunited, I have always etched the meaning of this pendant into my heart. If I might, could I continue to hold on to it? I will always cherish the spirit in which it was given. Still holding the pendant, Diane gazes into my eyes, her face flushing a faint pink. Of course! Shortly afterwards, in the Elmo. Several dolls who have traveled from afar are now gathered at the foot of the massive vehicle. The twin-tailed girl tugs on the hand of the blue-clothed girl, hopping around excitedly in front of the Elmo. I'm so happy, big sis! We returned to the Elmo again! Oh yes, I didn't expect we'd be able to come back. And now, our dear leader Zhaohui has returned with us. Yep, Monsoon's back together again. Is this really alright? The agreement? Relax. The commander said that our friend in the Non-Military Forces Administration, namely Miss Kalina, will help us take care of it. You won't have to worry about the paperwork. So let's enjoy our reunion with the commander. I hardly know her. Wow! Is that the commander coming out? I'm feeling so nervous all of a sudden! Oh, that's unusual. You'd think the day would come when Monsoon's best drummer is blushing. Zhaohui! You're still making fun of me at a time like this? I was simply trying to add to the mood, and an opportunity presented itself. But I guess it worked pretty well, no? With a wow! Jiang Yu runs to the Elmo, and Diane follows in resignation. Faye strides into the Elmo too. Zhaohui walks at the back of the group at a leisurely pace. What does the future hold for Monsoon Squad? Zhaohui looks up at the person on the Elmo who's waiting for them. Perhaps he will give her the answer. I win! I have completed the main story of the event. It is now time to go gambling! Don't click the wrong banner. Let's go gambling! I am burning through my collapse pieces. Oh my god. Oh my god! 75-25! Watch me get the wrong thing! We get it immediately! We get it immediately! Let's fucking go! I technically could have got it on a 1 pull. I guess the rest is just bonus material. Very cool. It's the Juggernaut, bitch! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. I can't stop winning! We got another one! Aw, dang it. 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 I was gonna laugh if we got another curve right after this. Well, we're done gambling. For the first time since, like, the first month of the game, I have dropped below 20,000 collapse pieces. That's a bit of a problem. Hold on. How good is Skylar? Ah, shit, that's actually really good. Okay. Fine. Fine. Let's collect our story rewards. Oh, hey, look, more collapse pieces. We're getting refunded. It's fine. We can rebuild. We're good. But we're not quite done yet. We're gonna complete the story mode, or rather, the supply mode, because I need to burn through these tickets. Fortunately, the supply mode is pretty weak. So now it is yapping time. Normally, next week is when I would do the challenge mode, but unfortunately, I will not be able to stream the challenge mode until after Offkai. For the purposes of my own sanity, doing it the day of, like, it's... Wait, I'm gonna have to wait another week anyway for the challenge mode to open, and then another week after that for all the challenge modes to be open. Depending on the schedule and how the challenge mode opens up, I may or may not be able to stream it. I will try to stream it if I can, like I have with all the other ones, but if I can't, then just know that I obliterated the challenge mode, and the challenge mode is just the same as the story mode, but the enemies are stronger. Or something like that. It's fine. So now I get to buff Zhaohui and spend all my resources on the weapons I just got. It's a lot of resources. I'm gonna be daily devoting every single bit of stamina to the freaking... all the stamina to the freaking... not combat reports, but equipment analyses. That did, like, no damage. Alright, because we're double these guys' level. Okay, that did some damage. Some damage, huh? Damage, huh? I hardly know her. But yeah, we're gonna complete the supply missions, and then maybe do a bit of Frontline Survivors. I was anticipating a long stream today. I was not anticipating to finish the story mode so soon. But now I'm in Yap mode. For better or for worse. We did our gambling, which is fine. Because gambling. I like how she starts from 5 and then just skips to 1. Like a really bad Karaiki Night countdown. Oh wait, Groza's right there. We need to... I don't know why she's an enemy. Oh, the misery. Every single person is an enemy. The only reason I do that is because of Jeremy 985. The freaking... the bait on YouTube, Jerma, oh the misery, with the Vivo watermark. If you want people to watch your video, just put official in the title with a Vivo watermark. That's it. That's all you need to do. Let's blast through these supply missions. Using the same ragtag team of bunch. You're level 60. These clowns are less than level 40. By sheer number go up alone, we got this. Gives me a chance to drink my tea. The new tea that is now cold. Just kidding, that is now lukewarm, as opposed to any other kind of warm, is honey vanilla chamomile. That's good stuff. I did not sleep well last night, so the fact that I'm this energetic, this is purely my tism passion for the game. That's it. That is what fuels my entire maximum energy. And I'm pretty sure once I end stream, I am going to be dead tired. I also still have to take the cat out today, so we might get some cat cam in the Discord if another server isn't active. Glancing at Discord, another server is active, so I'll probably cat cam them. I like to, whenever I take the cat out, I turn on my phone's camera when I join a Discord call, and you just get cat cam in a Discord call. That's what I do when I'm outside with my cat. It's just become a habit that I do. And honestly, it's nice, just chilling outside with the cat, but also with friends, with cat cam. I like cat cam. The cat's not here right now, but she will love it when I take her outside. She used to be an outdoor cat, but she can't anymore because there's construction going on right outside my house, and I can't afford her getting into dangerous things and possibly dying from construction equipment. So I got a harness and a leash, and I take the cat out for, I try to take her out for an hour a day. Websites say 15 minutes or so, and I'm like, no, she's an outdoor cat. She needs a lot more than 15 minutes. If I take her out for 15 minutes, she's gonna be like, this is dumb. Whenever we come back inside after an hour, though, she does paw and scratch at the door and meow at me, saying, I want back outside immediately. And I just pet her and try to console her because cats speak English. Like, we already went outside. I ran out of things to talk about. I'm gonna reach into the hat of subjects. As I take a sippy. Alcohol and Offkai. Last year at Offkai, as some of you may remember, I got way too drunk on Friday. I'm going to try to not get too drunk at Offkai. It's gonna be a challenge, but I'm gonna try. I also tragically learned that G11 will not be coming to Offkai next year. And I'm like, if you're not there, why should I go? So this year, one of my side objectives is to find another reason to go to Offkai. That was a joke from her, apparently. I'll have to look into that voice line later. I wasn't paying attention. She speaks so plainly. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, words cannot describe how much I am looking forward to Offkai. It's next week. It's in literally 7 days. I boarded the plane to California on Thursday, which is why my final stream before Offkai is Wednesday. It would be Sunday if I weren't busy all day Sunday. I have agreed to go with a friend to an air show in the state capital this Sunday. And it's gonna be fun because both him and I are flight simulator enthusiasts. Simulator, I hardly know her. And it'll be my first time going to an air show. I don't know what to expect other than airplanes. So if there are no airplanes at the air show, I'm gonna be sad. So that's my expectation. They say keep expectations low and double kill. Very cool. Zhaohui! Doing the double kill thing. Oh wow, the rest of the enemies are eggs. Egg. Okay, good. The curve can kill. I had my eyes on the Tokyo Marui Airsoft curves, but it's sold out. And the price increase is happening June 23rd. So I guess I'm just not getting an Airsoft curve, at least not for cheap. That's fine, I guess. I'll just save up money and eventually get one maybe, or some shit. Alright, I think that was level 3. There should be 2 more after this. These are the supply missions. They are just extra bonus levels that you do to get event currency that you can spend to get event rewards. So, doing these on stream, yeah, I'm doing the event on stream. This is content. This is the stream content. This is the video game. I do like the dynamic camera, the low camera that they added for autoplay mode. It makes it a lot more visually appealing when you set autoplay, and honestly, I'm all for it. Especially as a streamer, I hardly know her. Anything that is more visually appealing is good. It gets the people going. That's part of the reason why tubers with... This is gonna sound really bad. And this is also gonna be like a thermonuclear take. But it's an open secret that I hate VTubers. And what I'm about to say will give further context to that statement. There are two kinds of VTubers. Really boring ones with incredibly expensive and well-done models. And entertaining ones with mediocre models. I.e. HoloLive. I have noticed that HoloLives, in terms of technical live 2D prowess and modeling, is definitely no longer the lead. They are definitely falling behind. I have seen some incredible, high effort, really well done tubers out there. And with HoloLive, they're behind the times, but honestly, they really don't need to improve it. They've got that industry standard down, and they've reached enough critical mass that they don't gotta worry. So that's that, I guess. Go wife, bonk. I told myself I'm in financial recovery mode. However, the Klukai rerun, I might investigate her dupes and see if V1 is even worth it, because I barely use her. But I know her weapon's definitely worth it. That crazy damage increase. Go, so see? My Sabrina ults every turn. We get to see this lovely animation every single turn. I am the opposite of complaining. This is wonderful. This is the real game. Get exploded, idiot. And she just warps to it. It's a bold strategy. I don't know why you'd warp directly to it. You're not behind cover and you just take full damage. It's fine. The AI is like, I have this ability, I'm going to use it. I wonder if you actually have to use it. You might have to use it actually, but it's pretty neat that you do. Apparently she has support attacks. I haven't figured out how to proc them. They might be... The support attacks might be from increasing her dupe level. Because the support attack happened within the showcase of her abilities, where she likely had full access to all of her abilities that you don't get unless you shell out 4 figures for all 7 dolls, i.e. the initial one and then 6 dupes. That's how they get shot. In any case, I could probably pull the standard banner. I hardly know her. I think once I get to Totolo V3, I'm gonna swap until I get all the other standard banner elite dolls to V3. Because if I fail a 50-50, it's going to pull one that isn't of the one I select. So if I get Totolo to V6 too quickly, it's possible that I might burn a failed 50-50 on another Totolo who's already V6. So by keeping it evenly distributed, I can maximize the amount of dolls and dupes I can get out of each one. But the amount of dupes it takes to get to that point to begin with is pretty long term, so I don't really have to worry too much about that. And she grapples. What I find funny, if there's ever a map of like an open field and she has to grapple like that, what does she grapple on? The sun? A cloud? A flying plane overhead? Because there's no ceiling sometimes. But she'll still grapple up to the ceiling. I like Colfinn's ult animation. I like Colfinn. Cell phone. Colgate. Cellophane. Kroger. Hoffney. Coal mine. I like cell phone the most. Cell phone appeals to me the most, so I call her cell phone. That not my name comes to mind. Where it's all like, hey, Sans, not my name. Even though it is. Just dox myself, I'm Sans Undertale. I can tell bad jokes. Speaking of Sans Undertale, Core bought me Deltarune Nut Dealer, and the only reason why I kind of complained about it was because of when he bought it. He bought it to me earlier this week. My schedule for the next week and more is completely packed and already planned. Like, I know what I'm doing on each of the following days all the way through Offkai. Well, at Offkai, I'm going to be doing Offkai stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to be busy at Offkai. But there's no time in my schedule to play Nut Dealer until after Offkai. That's a lot of damage. Tololo just freaking one-hit the boss. Very cool. Sabrina ults every turn. Also very cool. I like this. I just realized I could get Tololo's swimsuit. Maybe it'll go on discount again. Eventually. I'm not really in a hurry to get Tololo's swimsuit because I'm not really a fan of school swimsuits. They do nothing for me. Nice outfit though. But as of right now, I don't feel it's worth the money since I'm kind of in cost-saving mode still, despite Offkai being this month. Maybe around Christmas time or so. But let's face it, by then I'll find other things to spend money on, I guess. Spending money is recently something I discovered I am capable of doing, and it has been a Pandora's box that has ruined my life, because I've spent my entire life just not spending money ever, and now that I'm spending money, it's like, wait a minute, I need to stop spending money. Because I'm spending money, and I should probably stop that. Oh hey, we win! Okay, I know I said that we would go to we would try some Frontline Survivors after this, but we're actually at the 2-hour mark, and I am getting pretty tired. I had a really long week. Wait, I need to burn the rest of these supply tickets. There we go. Yeah! I got the supply completed. Let's buy out the store. But first, performance summary. Challenge, supply. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's a pretty good amount of materials, honestly. Let's buy out the store. Let's get this weapon skin. Let's get this barrel and grip that could be attached to something, I guess. Let's get the premium stuff first, such as Righteous Aid and Stoic Joker. I hardly know her. What other stuff is limited? We're gonna get the poll tickets. That's gonna come in handy. We're done with time-limited stuff. Oh, I definitely want the core. That's hard to get. All of them. And then I ran out of money. Up next, I will get the collapse pieces, because right now they're worth more to me than these targeting calibration chips. I'm going to get everything anyways. There has not been a single event where I have not bought out the store, but that just takes time. What's this? Oh. I get rewards that I forgot to open. Very cool. And to top it all off, challenge is enabled in 5 days and it's probably going to be time gated. Why don't we do a standard banner pull for Tololo? Because I've been talking about it all stream. Let's go, Tololo! Oh my fucking god, did we just get a Tololo? Did we just get another? Right out the... We got debated by cell phone! Okay. This is fine. This is fine. We know we're getting something good. We're getting something good. No matter what, it's a win. It's a double win because we have wife TM. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. We're good. We got yet another Tololo. I'm gonna have to change the banner pull now. On a freaking random ass 10 pull of standard banner, we got her. And just think, if I instead pulled for the weapon, I could have just got the 416 instead. Instead, I get Tololo. Now I'm gonna burn a crap load of pulls for... Yo, we got even more! I can't stop winning! Thanks, Nemesis. I think I already have Nemesis V6, but Nemesis good. I just got the dumbest stream idea ever. Nemesis plays girls frontline. where I try to speak like Nemesis the whole stream. That would be the dumbest thing ever. Because she speaks in riddles and metaphors. But yo, okay. 3 dolls. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's head on back to my room. And we're basically done. We're done with stream. I'm good. That's a win. I can't stop winning. Today has been a very I win day. Where I win. I just looked at the game and said, nah, I'd win. Simple as. Who's online? Who can I raid? Who wants to say hi? Let's see. We got... I raid Stella a lot. I raid Talon a lot. I don't raid Party Bus very often, but he's doing a big collab. I'm not really a big fan of collabs. Like, really big collab streams like this. But I do know that Party Bus pretty much exclusively does collabs. I also know that he used to do Airsoft, and I've been able to spurg about him in DMs with Airsoft. So we are going to raid Party Bus, if I can spell it right, _TV, not VT, it's TV. So we're gonna go say hi to Party Bus. He is a collab VTuber who has random text-to-speech with every comment. So if you want funny text-to-speech with your comments, feel free to chat with him. I met him through Resta, who I met at Offkai. And while he said he can't go to Offkai this year, he's planning on going some year. So if he actually ends up going next year, that'll be my reason. I'm gonna be collecting reasons to go to Offkai that aren't G11, because G11 not being at Offkai is like, bro, you're like the main reason I'm going. Bruh. And I can say that because he's a VTuber, meaning I'm going to see a VTuber I really like. In any case, thank you all so much for coming to my Girls Frontline stream. Next stream is scheduled to be next Wednesday. It'll be my last stream before Offkai. And until then, take care of yourselves, happy Friday, and have a great weekend. Also, you lost the game.